Are you ready to rock and roll?
Blimey, yes I am. We're talking about the greatest punk rock group of all time, Relient K.
Fuck yeah.
Whoa.
Hello, and welcome to Sadie Hawkins Pod.
Look at that guy's shit over there. Look at that guy's shit.
What?
That guy's shit. Let's make fun of it.
What guy?
I don't know. What guy? There's no guys around.
Oh, we're not doing it anymore.
Oh.
We're dropping it. Oh. April Fools.
April Fools.
We're not British.
We got you. You should have seen the looks on your faces.
What if we were British and we were just feigning American accents this whole time?
What if?
Like a CW actor. I don't know. And why a CW actor over any actor? I don't know. So today, we're talking about Be Rad from the All Work and No Play demo.
Not the all work and no play
Not
list.
the All Work and No Play list. Not to be confused.
Yes, and we're doing it because today is April 1st.
Right.
And we had, for several months, an April Fool's episode planned. Like a full episode, like a full April Fool's episode. Like, we had the idea, and it would carry through the entire episode. I'm not going to say what the idea was, because we're still going to do it. We're just going to, basically...
Sugar Brady paid a lot of money for that perk.
Yes. Brady Sullivan actually paid us for the perk in Patreon for us to do it. It was just a random idea. And then he's like, you actually have to do it, and I'm sending you this extra money to do it. And I'm like, okay. So then we actually had to do it. Luckily, Brady was the one who was like, you know, with all the stuff with COVID, maybe we just give it a...
Yeah, times are a little...
People don't want to be tricked
yeah,
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, we're not doing our proper April Fool's episode. But now, sometime in 2020...
You'll just get a random
April Fool's episode.
Until then, everybody be rad.
Yeah.
Which is not at all what this song is about.
What I did was, I was like, well, then, does Relient K have a song about... Well, they have joke songs, but I was like, do they have a song that references...
We could have done
fools?
Skittles and combos or something.
Oh, that's a good idea. We could have done that.
We could have.
Why didn't you say something?
I don't know.
Or the pasty pants. What's it called?
Silly shoes.
Silly shoes. We could have done one of those hidden tracks. Yeah, I didn't think of that.
Yeah,
what I did...
That totally would have been smart of us, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I have a saved search result for all of the pages, all of the AZ lyrics pages.
Nice.
For Relient K, so I can search lyrics. Not that AZ Lyrics is the best lyric site, but it is the only one that's just plain HTML, so the search results will always be reliable. So I just search a word, right? I've saved this Google link so that I just search a word, and it finds it automatically in AZ Lyrics, Relient K stuff. Mm-hmm. I've done this for They Might Be Giants and MXPX as well. It's a cheat I have for making memes. So I go to my... saved search for Relient K, and I just type in like fool and April and joke.
Didn't you just Google all that?
I guess I could have, but then it only gives you the top result.
Okay.
Sometimes if you're like, look, we can talk inside baseball, inside meme ball. But if I'm making if I find like a meme template, like a popular meme template, like let's say that moth that was popular
right
a year or two ago.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm going to make an MXPX or They Might Be Giants version of this or a Relient K version of this. I go to my AZ lyric search tool and I type in moth.
Danny, now, nobody needs you to mansplain AZ lyric search tools.
Yes, they do. As far as I know, I'm the only one who came up with this idea. I mean, because at one point I was like going to make a Google Doc of all the lyrics of all the bands that I commonly make memes for.
That sounds like a lot of work.
That would be a lot of work. And then I figured out, I can just do this saved search result, and I changed the search word attached. That's the point. You're confusing me. You said, why can't I just Google the word joke and Relient K? Because, say, for instance, a song like this is going to have, this is a song from the demo that has no covers. It has no interest by anyone.
Nope. Shortest deep dive ever.
So if I typed in Relient K joke lyrics, I'm not going to get this song.
I suppose.
I'm going to get, like, joke songs or other things.
But joke is in the lyrics. It might come up. You don't know.
It could.
Like some Be My Escape stuff came up this week just because B is in the title of both songs.
That's true. But that's just not how SEO works.
All right.
If I want every song, I did it for Blink-182 one time. I wanted to find out because Mark Hoppus has an obsession with the color black. Girls are always wearing black. They got black eyeliner and black clothes. And I was like, how many times does he say the word black? And he says it a bunch, like 4 or 5. But if I typed in Blink-182 black lyrics.
It always comes back to Blink-182 with you.
Not always.
No, it's usually ska.
Yeah. For instance, I can bring it to ska. So I picked this song because it's got the word joke in the lyrics. And I don't really know this song. I've heard it, I can count on 2 hands how many times I really listened to this song.
Wow, that's more than me, because I had not listened to it until you were like, let's do Be Rad from the demo. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And then I listened to it.
When I got my All Work and No Play fan club copy in 2002, I listened to it a bunch of times. And then I didn't listen to it again until 2019 when we started this podcast, basically.
Uh-huh.
So...
Wait, before we really dive into this, top of the show business.
We'll get to top of the show business.
Okay.
But I was just going to say...
It's April Fool's. We're switching up the format. Let's just talk about
I didn't finish the thing I was saying. I picked this song just because it had the word joke in it, and it's April Fool's today. Turns out, and then I go on our social media, and I'm like, we're doing the song Be Rad this week because times are tough, and we all need to be rad. Well, it turns out that the title of the song is ironic. And it's about bad people who make fun of people who think they're rad. I'm like, oops, because I had no idea what the song was about. Bringing it back to ska, like how people think the song Never Had to Knock on Wood is about how he never had to knock on wood. But it's a song about, I've done this 3 times, but he does knock on wood. The song is about a guy who knocks on wood.
It is.
So, top of the show business. We do have a voicemail, which I did not get a chance to
I'm going to say it this week. It's hot in here.
Oh, yeah, it is hot in here. I didn't notice until you said it.
It's finally warming up in LA. I know it's still snowy in some parts of the country, but it's getting toasty again in sunny LA.
Oh, good, because the president said that COVID goes away with the heat.
Oh, no. Oh.
That's good to keep getting warm.
Top of the show business.
Top of the show business. So here is a voicemail, and I did not get a chance to listen to this, so I have no idea who it's from.
We didn't do anything for St. Patrick's Day. Do they have any St. Patrick's Day kind of songs?
Oh, we didn't do anything for the show. I thought we didn't do anything personally for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
We got corned beef and cabbage takeout, which was not on our vegan diet.
Nope.
And then we found vegan corned beef and cabbage at a grocery store.
Cabbage is always vegan.
Right. At a grocery store that was out of everything else.
This is my first...
All they had was vegan corned beef left.
This was my first year being vegan, and my absolute favorite holiday meal is St. Patrick's Day. I love
some people
corned
love
beef
Thanksgiving
and cabbage,
and Easter food, but Jessica loves
St. Patrick's Day food. So I broke, and after it was like 5 or 6 months no beef, I had some. And the corned beef was amazing. But I was also like, you know what? I think I can finally live without this. Yeah. And then we found the vegan version, and it's very sweet, but pretty good.
It might be like flattened jackfruit.
Yeah,
we don't like
that.
Jackfruit.
Not particularly.
Jackfruit's no good. So, here is the voicemail that we have this week. That's fine.
Derail us.
Hi, I'm Trent, and I'm from Colorado, and I've been listening to and enjoying the show, just catching up with it. I'm not completely caught up. Actually, I'm only like 12 episodes in. Anyway, recently I listened to an episode and you said, hey, if you're a Collapsible Lung fan, you should call in. And I was like, hey, that's me. And I liked Relient K before, but it was mostly like my sister listened to it and I like heard it and was like, yeah, this is pretty good. And I didn't like Collapsible Lung at first, but one day I was like bored at work and I listened to it again and I was like, wait, I really love this. And it was the first album that I ever fell in love with as an adult, and kind of got me on a trend of listening to more albums. And I was working at a camp actually, and I was talking to a friend, and he was like, oh, I like Relient K too, but I don't like Collapsible Lung. And I told him to give it another try, and he started enjoying it too. So he would play it all the time while he was working as the dishwasher, and he'd have like helpers and stuff, and people would walk by in the kitchen, and they all fell in love with it too.
I just like to imagine like a musical kitchen.
That's awesome.
They're all washing the dishes to this pop music and every.
But that's pretty awesome. I love hearing this.
See, we knew we'd find someone. It just took 50 episodes, 45. What are we at?
We're not at 50 yet.
30 something? I don't know. I never know until the moment I post the episode. We said we were doing
mood rings for 50. Oh no, I hope this isn't actually episode 50.
It's not. I don't know. We're at 30 something, 40 something.
Okay, cool.
Like I said, I'd never actually know the number until...
Wait, was that the end of the voicemail?
No.
Oh, okay.
And people especially liked Lost Boy. And so a bunch of people just fell in love with it. And so many people fell in love with it that it actually ended up in our like summer staff wrap-up video. And like afterwards, people would like cry when they heard it. And so that's kind of the story of how I became like a missionary for Collapsible Lung. And so I think there is an audience for it, but it's not Relient K's core fan base, obviously. And I also have a whole essay I could write about how it connects to Forget Not So Down and Air for Free, but I don't think there's time in this for that, and I don't know if you'd want that. But I might send it to you guys on Twitter or something, because I need an audience for it. I've been thinking about it a lot. Anyway, love the show. Hopefully this wasn't too long, but thanks for letting me call in. Bye.
I cry when I listen to Collapsible Lung too, but for a different reason. I'm just kidding. That was great. And yeah, please do send that in, because we would love to read that and possibly read it on the show if you're cool with that, because we like to read.
I mean, I'm assuming, and I could be wrong, but the premise, the thesis is, because we've heard that thing before about how people think it's a story album,
right?
It's a concept album,
yeah,
about a character who's, what do you call it?
I'm just excited because nobody ever told us that they like Collapsible Lung, and now we've heard from someone who likes Collapsible Lung. Also, you're from Colorado. Are you friends with David Ketch?
Oh, good question.
You should hang out with David Ketch.
You guys should have a Sadie Hawkins pod listener meetup.
Because Colorado is like the size of Delaware, right? Everybody could hang out.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I was saying, like, the thing that we see once in a while is people who say Collapsible Lung is a concept album about a guy who's handling his life in a very shallow manner.
Right.
And then he comes back to what matters at the end in the title song. And I'm like... yeah, or it's a bunch of songs that a bunch of people wrote. The only reason why I don't agree with that is because, factually speaking, I mean, if it's a fiction, that's fine. And if it's a fiction, and again, I'm just speaking for the caller just now, Trent, what was his name? Google Translate did not give it to us properly.
I missed it at the beginning.
Sound like Trent or Trenton. I can't actually tell.
Hit us back up and let us know.
So I'll just call him T.
Nice.
Now. So if it even was Trent or Trenton.
We could call him Rocky, like the Colorado Rockies.
Okay, that's his new nickname.
All right, Rocky.
So Rocky, I'm just assuming that that's the thesis, and I would like to read the whole essay. But if I'm incorrect, if he's got a whole new take on it, then that's fine. But the only problem...
I want to hear it regardless, because I'm fascinated by people who like Collapsible Lung, especially if they knew Relient K prior to Collapsible Lung and enjoyed them. I mean, like, okay, so you can be someone who maybe discovered Relient K with and then fell off with them for a little bit and then came back to them with Collapsible Lung. I think that's definitely a certain kind of person. And so that's one
Normies.
kind of thing. Right. Well, no, but that's one kind of thing, because those are like very popular, poppy kind of albums, or what was popular at their times.
Right.
And then there's those who, like, I want to hear from somebody who, like, maybe liked, other Relient K albums prior to Collapsible Lung and then came back around with Collapsible Lung, because that's just fascinating.
Okay. I also want to see...
That's rad.
I also want to see their season rap video set to Lost Boy. Is it on YouTube? Please send it to us. We'll discuss it on the podcast.
Did he say it was Lost Boy?
He said everyone enjoyed the song. Right as he said that everyone loved the song Lost Boy, he said something about them using the music in their season rap video. But
maybe we'll find it when we do the YouTube for that.
I don't know if it was actually Lost Boy. The big secret is out about what we're going to talk about on Lost Boy anyway. If people have been paying attention. People actually listened to our record party episode.
Right.
We said because we've been
Did you guys like that? Should we do more of those?
Yeah, we didn't get any feedback on that.
Especially because we have...
It had about the same amount of listeners stat-wise, which I don't believe all our stats sometimes.
But did you guys like that? Because if you did, we could do another one of those. I would like to put more content out, especially with everything going on right now, so we could listen to other albums. Like, let us know if you enjoyed that and what album you'd like us to sit there and live listen to while we talk incessantly about it and other things.
Copyright protected way.
With it playing very low in the background.
So that was the voicemail. Thank you very much, Trenton, or Rocky. So
are we ready to be rad?
Are you ready to be rad? I'm ready to be rad.
I'm ready to be rad too.
I'm ready to be rad. She's ready to be rad. We're all ready to be rad.
You know what's not rad?
What?
These lyrics.
I have to look them up.
So, like, I actually really love this song.
Right.
Like, the music of this song, because I like really sloppy sort of like punk garage rock kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So when I listened to those, I was like, oh, I like that. And that intro, they have that little intro thing that feels like I'm about to listen to like any song from the 90s. And I really like that.
Right.
And then they get into it and it's just this fun, like sloppy garage rock kind of thing, like punk kind of thing going on.
Right.
And I could not, the first couple times I listened to it, I could not make out most of the lyrics. And then I looked up the lyrics and I was like, oh, that's why this didn't make it off the demo.
Right. Okay. So let's emphasize that this is on the All Work and No playlist. No, All Work and No Play demo. And then it never made it outside of that.
And you can listen to it on YouTube.
You can listen to it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone ever wonders this. We've never gotten this question, but multiple song by song podcasts I've heard people ask this. So let me preemptively say this: we don't play the song in its entirety during the episode,
right?
Because that's not what you do, really. Like, there's this nebulous copyright thing with podcasts where people are using music, but really they don't have the right to it.
Right.
We just learned that there's some old school RSS feed you can get, like, from the old internet, like we're talking 20 years ago, and if you get that, it has the same license as radio, and then you have the rights to
that's right.
Yeah. That was on This Might Be a Podcast.
Right.
We can that's more top of the show business, but we recorded a crossover up with the They Might Be Giants podcast, and I was just on that roundtable episode that I talked about last week. That he just aired that, but he talked about how the Punk News podcast has an old school special, like, license RSS feed that I don't know if you can get it anymore. It existed from the late 90s when Punk News started, and like they have a radio license, so they can play anything they want.
That's awesome.
But now in this world of anyone can make a podcast and anyone can upload it to Apple and Spotify, you can't just play all of a song. Now technically a song like this probably doesn't have content ID ready to spring on you.
Yeah.
But still, that's why we don't play the entirety of a song. Spotify.
You can technically get in trouble for just playing even little clips like we do, but luckily we've never gotten flagged. If we did, we would be like, listen, this is us putting forward our opinions. It's a critique piece. So. Right.
So with that mentioned, let's play all of Be Rad.
Oh, no.
By Relient K.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. We would have played some at the beginning. So anyway, the lyrics. I have not read these yet. You read them. I hadn't read them, so I'm going to read them for the first time live on the show. Sometimes in a crowd... I got to do the voice. Sometimes in a crowd, we get talking real loud. Okay, well, let's go back to this in a second. So this is...
So far, so good, though. I like that.
Yeah. This is more of fake British Thiessen
Yep.
from the demo, which I realized listening to this song, especially because this has such a like Bandcamp demo, like skate punk
Yeah.
in a like literally in a bedroom or a garage skate punk band. It made me think of the Angus soundtrack. I was like, this sounds like it's on the Angus soundtrack. Because I realized
100% it sounds like a song that you'd hear in a 90s movie where like the teen skater kid is getting up and stumbling around and then heading off to school and like going about his morning.
Right.
It absolutely sounds like that.
there's this time in the mid 90s before skate punk and pop emo became the alternative music by the late 90s and the early 2000s, right? By the time of that, all of these bands like Blink-182 and My Chemical Romance have now been signed, and they're making albums with $1 million budgets and multi-million-dollar marketing campaigns behind them, right? But then if you go to this tiny little window of the mid-90s, early 90s, like the skate punk kind of stuff that existed, technically sounded really bad because like they were starting to get picked up by majors and they were starting to be placed on, you know, massively distributed comps and starting to be put on soundtracks. But like the Mallrats soundtrack, like it has these songs that are technically rougher than pop punk, emo pop, skate punk became later, right? Mm-hmm. So there's this tiny little window where these bands, this budding generation of skate punk that'll become the thing in about 5 years, it doesn't sound great. So technically, my point is, a song like this, minus the lyrics, but the actual like audio of a song like this could literally be on the soundtrack of a movie.
Yeah.
Even though it sounds so rough, even though it's clearly a demo, it sounds so awesome.
Like Airborne,
bad.
that in the
Right.
Rollerblade movie, or
Yeah.
Or Brink, or
Right.
Or Paperboy, like
Right.
one of those kind of movies.
So if you're like making a movie in 1995,
This is like the opening track that we meet our character.
Right.
Like, you know, like he's under the covers and the alarm goes off and he hits it and this song starts to play as he like, you know, stumbles out and like
Right.
gets in the shower and does that stuff. Yeah.
right? So if you're making a movie in 1995 that's like a skate-based movie, you
I
only
wonder how much
have
it would cost you.
you can't afford
to retain the rights to this song, because now I just want to make this movie.
Well, I was actually wondering, on the back here there's a phone number.
Oh. Should we call it?
Should we? It says, for booking, contact Alabaster Arts.
It's after business hours when we're recording, though, so
Yeah, I was about to just
I
say
wish
the
we had
phone
done this
number.
earlier.
And you can email Relient K at alabaster.com. I'm sure that's
Oh,
not
yeah.
active anymore.
Is it still around? Alabaster Arts? What is it called?
Alabaster.com. ALABASTER.com.
Yeah, I got that. Thank you.
I didn't
Sorry.
know how to spell
Oh, it's
Alabaster.
still around.
What is
Oh,
it? Is
wow.
it a new company?
Look at this picture, though. It's like a switchboard operator lady.
I think that
something.
must be a different company now.
Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. Arthur C. Clarke. We advise and invest in founders to help them grow breakthrough companies that will make a positive planet-level impact.
I don't think this is the same
is not the same
Alabaster
thing.
Arts that
Science
used to book
for
for
tomorrow.
Relient K.
Yeah. Yeah. And now here's all their VPs and CEOs, CFOs, founders. Yeah.
But yeah, I wonder what's so you're saying like how could you get the rights to
2020,
this song?
all rights reserved. And it's, yeah, I don't actually know if this is even, yeah. Oh, they have a contact. Should I contact them? Excuse me. Where
Could
can
you
I
book
can I book
Relient
Relient K?
Yeah, so this song just reminds me of the Angus soundtrack, and this is what I was tiptoeing around. Matt Thiessen's bad, fake British accent, I realize, is reminiscent of Green Day and Ash. Those two bands also pulled off.
Green Day for sure. I'm not familiar with Ash, but yeah, Billy Joe totally.
You know, Jack Names the Planets.
No.
Okay, but I'm like,
Is that their big song?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know what's bigger than. I mean, if they kept going after 1996, I have no idea. But my point is, there were like actual bands that did the fake British accent that were successful, and this was not one of them.
Is that what you were listening to in 1996? You were so cool. I was still listening to like Aqua and the Spice Girls. I did not know what real music was.
I had 4 years ahead of you.
It wasn't on Disney Channel. Didn't know about it.
Ash doesn't even come up as like a band. When you type in Ash, they're on Spotify. They're way, way, way down on the list of bands named Ash.
Oh wow!
So their biggest song is "Girl from Mars." Jack Names the Planets isn't even on here. I just know them from the Angus soundtrack. Girl from
Mars. That sounds vaguely familiar.
Sounds like this.
This song sounds familiar.
Okay.
This is on like a soundtrack or something. I think that's probably why. Right.
So anyway, Matt Thiessen laid it on a little too thick. We're calling people by names. Jesus is our friend.
And it's funny because like a lot of British people don't actually sound British when they sing. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's really true, actually. So I didn't get into the lyrics. I was tiptoeing around it. Let me actually read the lyrics. Sometimes in a crowd, we get talking real loud, making fun of weird folks, turn their lives into jokes. That's the magic word. Yay! That's why I picked the song. I don't think it's fair when we start not to care. I think it's a shame because we live in Jesus' name. We dance the night away. We dance the night. I know the song a little bit now.
We dance the night away.
Making fun of everybody's clothes. Everybody's is spelled wrong here. They'd be possessive, not plural. We drink the night away, and we pray that no one will ever know our insecurities. They make us act all big and bad. We're never sure of these. Lots of lip and make ya not be rad. I just realized, I don't know if there'd be any official lyrics to this song. Like, these might just be someone who transcribed them as best they could, you know what I mean? Like, I could have maybe made these lyrics. You dance the night away.
They're kind of jumbled when you hear him singing them. And the only lyrics I ever was able to pick out before I looked the lyrics up was Dance the Night Away. And I thought this was going to be like a proto wake-up call or In Love with the 80s. And then it is absolutely not that at all.
Right. You're never sure of these. Lots of lip and make you not be rad.
It's more of a proto what have you been doing lately?
I guess so.
Yeah. It's on that judgy side.
No, but this is them judging themselves.
Are they judging themselves, or are they taking on a character? And judging them.
No, this sounds like sometimes in a crowd we get talking real loud, making fun of weird folks, turning their lives into jokes.
But are they drinking? Because aren't they teens at this point?
I guess so, but I don't know if they're playing a character. I don't know if he's playing the character. You know, he's referencing the character of the kids who drink beer that I know, you know what I mean? Or if he's actually saying reading these lyrics and ascertaining what I could when I listened to the song. The basic premise, I believe, is that Relient K and their friends like to hang out at the mall and make fun of people. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah. Which is anything that any teen could definitely relate to.
And then we dance the night away, making fun of everybody's clothes. We drink the night away and pray that no one will ever know our insecurities. So this basically, this is one of those sort of Christian us versus them culture war type of songs where it's like, we're supposed to live clean for Jesus, and those are the kids over there, the unsaved kids from school. You could see it in two ways. Mm-hmm. You could see it in three ways, actually. You could see it as literally, if it's literal Thiessen, Matt Thiessen is actually saying, we spend some of our times here at Movies 4 in Canton making fun of people and drinking secretly that our parents don't know and hoping that no one knows how insecure and hopeless we feel. But then we also are supposed to have Jesus because we already have Jesus at this point. Or he's playing the character of, I'm Matt Thiessen, I'm 17, 18, and I know what kids today...
I'm Justin. I'm coming back to visit. I've been drinking all that Miller Lite.
No, this would be a couple years before. Justin went off to college. I know you're joking. This is serious stuff. We're dissecting one of the most obscure Relient K songs ever.
So true.
So first premise is it's literally... Now I gotta rephrase.
I'm sorry.
First premise, Matt Thiessen and his friends literally were punks, like actual bully skateboarding punks, making fun of people and drinking with their parents not knowing. 2 is that's kind of like a fiction, that it's like a 17-year-old Christian punk kid sort of writing lyrics of what he thinks, are the problems of kids today, maybe he saw other kids who would do stuff like this. You know what I mean? Like be drinking in a parking lot, be making fun of people as they walk by. Maybe Matt Thiessen was walking by. So you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's either actually about Thiessen and his friends, or it's about those kids that he's writing from their point of view.
Right.
Or it's total fiction. There were 3 premises, and I lost the third one while describing the first 2.
Well, that's okay, Dan, because you can dance the night away.
Oh, I will. That doesn't sound so bad. They're dancing the night away. I mean, underage drinking, that's not cool. Also, he says we drink the night away. Like, what are they drinking?
Drinking soda? You don't know.
Drinking soda, drinking Kool-Aid, High C.
Drinking Red Bull?
Red Bull? Did they have Red Bull in 1998?
I don't think so.
No, Red Bull gives you wings. I feel like that would be late night. Maybe.
No, that was like mid 2000s, I think.
Maybe. I'm sure Red Bull existed for years before the commercials were around.
Energy drinks weren't really like crazy popular until what, like 04, 05, somewhere in there, maybe?
Maybe.
I don't know. One of our teachers in college, one of our professors was sponsored by Monster. And so he used to bring free Monsters in all the time. And we had to do like spec commercials for Monster as part of his sponsorship or whatever.
Okay, yeah. You're talking about college, right?
Yes.
I was trying to get to the next page, so I got confused. Yeah, when we were in film school, we had our commercial class. And the teacher had a sponsorship. It's like, here, if you want to make commercials for this stuff. So
he just tried to sell off his students' work, basically.
Yeah. Let me double check Genius, because those was AZ lyrics, my aforementioned, as trusty AZ lyrics. Sometimes in a crowd, we get talking real loud, making fun of weird folks, turning their lives into jokes. We never know our securities. They make us act all big and bad. Oh, so he's saying... Okay.
Now, do you have annotations on the Genius? Because I do want to hear it this week. No? Okay.
No.
Because I have some song meanings.
This part I didn't understand exactly, but when they say in the chorus, we dance the night away, making fun of everybody's clothes, we drink the night away, and pray that nobody knows will ever know our insecurities. They make us act all big and bad. So the song, no matter what point of view it's being written from or what the reality of what the songwriter is writing from, this sounds to me like a bunch of punk, and not necessarily in the like cultural aspect, but just in like the dictionary definition of like a punk, like a jerk, like a bunch of jerk kids hanging out, making fun of people in public, drinking in public, but deep down inside, they're insecure. And their insecurities make them act all big and bad and make them make fun of people and make them drink. And this is a shame because they have Jesus and Jesus' name. And we're never sure of these lives we live and make them not be rad. So I think that's the idea. I think it's about a bunch of kids. I'm kind of lost on the part because there's just the line, I think it's a shame because we live in Jesus' name. So it makes me think that it's about a bunch of Christian kids who are going out and acting like a-holes at the mall and making fun of everyone. So maybe this is buried in there, but maybe this is about being bad witnesses. Maybe this is about being bad Christians. Okay. And like they might know, hey, those are those kids from that skateboard church, and they're going around laughing at all of us. And I'm pretty sure he's drinking a beer. That's not very Christian. Yeah. I think that's the premise of the song.
He's hiding his PBR under the table, fill his glass.
Exactly.
This song is such a headbanger.
Yeah,
we put it on, and I'm like,
we talked about the music a little.
Like, I just headbang along to it. I love it.
Like I said, it's a great, fun, early skate punk sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm actually bummed that it's not on streaming, so that I can't like just like put it in a playlist and like rock out to this.
I also love that sort of like indie rock emo-esque opening. This thing, we can play a second of it.
I love it so much. I was going to ask you to play that intro.
At this point...
It sounds like it could be the intro to literally any song from the 90s. Any song from the 90s has that opening.
Yeah. I guess it's also...
Are we going to listen to Marcy Playground? Maybe.
Yeah. Are we going to listen to Ash or Green Day?
Maybe.
So another thing about the reason why I think I'm comprehending the lyrics the way I am is because this is such like a skateboard jam, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it makes me just imagine a bunch of insecure...
I just want to do a bunch of scissor kicks with my guitar around the garage right now. Like, that's what it makes me feel like.
Nice. But just the song itself, the music, makes me imagine a bunch of, like, jerk kids from a church who are skaters
Right.
who don't act very Christian when they're outside of the church.
Totally.
That's the music makes me think that. Those scary kids at the mall.
Right. Were you one of those scary kids at the mall, Dan?
No, I was at the mall a lot, but there's no way I was
the
a scary
nerdy kid, yeah.
I would go to the mall by myself because I had stuff to do. I had records to go buy and look at a young age.
You're a little mall rat.
I was a little mall rat.
It's cute.
It was so funny because the movie Mallrats came out when I was a mall rat, and my parents were like, "Oh, this is the movie about Danny," and I'm like, "It's like I don't think you want that movie to be about me." Whether it's the anal sex jokes
Oh,
wow. It was funny because we could talk about this. My mom knew I would not anal sex.
So, like, where can
Kevin
we go?
Smith.
Whoa, where are we going with
We're going to talk about Kevin Smith.
Danny, this is a family-friendly podcast.
Yes.
I don't think this is a family-friendly podcast. We're never going to get picked up by CCM.
That's true. Jessica wants this. She wants to be part of the CCM podcast network.
I
Not
don't
really.
at all. It's just
She
a running
jokes,
gag.
yeah.
It's just a joke.
But about Kevin Smith, my mom knew that I was like a budding wannabe filmmaker at a young age. So if it was 94 when Clerks came out, I would have been 12.
Oh no.
Well, here's the thing: is we
no.
watched and this is the height of the independent film time, right? So I got to watch I got to watch a few films with my mother's guidance,
Right.
that was probably a little too young for, but it wasn't like horror movies and stuff. Like I could understand, I could comprehend violence and stuff. So I probably got to watch like Pulp Fiction or something, or I don't know. I can't think of any other movies right now. But when my mom went and rented me Clerks and we watched Clerks together, we made it about 10 minutes into the movie.
I can't imagine your mom watching Clerks.
And I guess because we're not a family-friendly podcast, but we are of a certain, the reason why the main couple of the movie fight at the beginning, because one of them had sex with whatever. I'm not an actual huge Kevin Smith fan. You remember what I'm talking about, right?
No, actually, I don't remember the beginning of
Do I have
Clerks.
to tiptoe
Sorry.
around this?
Just tiptoe around it anyway, because you probably should.
They're talking about how many guys Dante has been with.
What?
Is it Dante? Dante, you remember, there's Dante and Randall.
Yeah.
Right? Now, Dante is talking to his girlfriend at the beginning.
Uh-huh.
And she asks, how many girls have you been with? Did I say guys? How
You
many?
did say guys. That's what really
that
threw
was just
me.
that was not a Freudian slip. Okay. That was a non-Freudian slip.
Okay.
So Dante says how many girls... she says how many guys she's been with. And then he says how many girls he's been with. And she slaps him. And he's like, "Oh, what was that for?" And she's like, "You're a pig. I was only with 2 guys or whatever." Uh-huh. And then it turns out that she gave oral sex to 37 or something, I think was the joke.
Oh, jeez.
But then it gets much more...
I do remember
But then it gets much more graphic from there because then she talks about specific performance.
Yes.
Yeah.
This
That's
speech
the moment my mom turned the movie off.
Yeah. Should we cut this part out? Maybe we should cut this part out.
No, I don't want to. Because the point is, as I mentioned Mallrats, the soundtrack before, then Mallrats comes out and my parents are like, "Oh, ha, 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 Danny's a Mallrat. Look, Danny, this is the movie about you." And I'm like, that's from the director of Clerks, right?
Amazing.
So now you can't cut that out. Make it all bleeps. Anyway.
I'm just going to bleep the stuff that doesn't even need to be bleeped.
Okay.
So, shortest deep dive ever.
Yes.
We've got some song meanings. And then lyricsocean.com, I think it's .com, might be .net, yeah, it's .com, has their 10 most popular Relient K lyric searches. And Be Rad is one of them. Now, I don't know the last time Lyrics Ocean was updated.
Right.
But they've got 10 lyrics of 10 most popular songs sung by Relient K. I don't know if these are in order or not. They don't have like 1, 2, 3, 4. They just have like a little musical note next to them. So it says Mood Rings, Be Rad, Register, Sadie Hawkins Dance, Pressing On, Hello McFly, Combos and Skittles, Operation, Failure to Excommunicate, and Staples.
The fact that Operation is on that list shows that this is like a very early thing. Even though it's got a song, it's crazy it's got a song from Three Lefts.
Yeah.
But Operation is such a deep cut. It's not even on Birds and the B-Sides. Like, Operation was for a long time a song I knew very well because it's on the Creepy EP, and I would listen to the Creepy EP regularly. But now I think it's on
the list is so obscure.
Is Operation even on the first 3 gears?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that I had actually heard it.
Right.
Before we got married and our CD collections merged.
Operation is probably one of the deepest cuts other than this.
The first cut is the deepest. My mom didn't like that song because she thought it was about hurting yourself. I was like, Mom, that's not what this song is about.
Sheryl Crow, famous emo.
Because that was on Now That's What I Call Music back in 2004, I think, maybe 5.
No,
and
that's
my
what
mom
I
was
call
like,
suicide
no.
culture music.
Yeah. I was like, I don't like that. Was that Sheryl Crow? I thought it was by some random person.
Yeah,
Sheryl
Sheryl Crow.
It's by. I thought isn't that by like Leona Lewis or whatever her name is? No, it's Sheryl Crow.
No, Leona Lewis came out a couple years, many years, maybe 10 years.
Oh, that's Bleedin' Love. I keep bleeding, keep bleeding.
Yeah,
love.
that's like a whole
one.
different world by the
that
time
was
that
not
song
10
came
years
out.
later.
Yeah,
that
it was.
No, it was like a couple years later.
First Cause the Deepest is probably like 2000.
It was like 2004 or 2005. It was on Now That's What I Call Music in 2004 or 2005. Maybe it was 03. Could have been. This is riveting conversation. Anyways, so if we go on over to song meanings, you have your theories about what the song is about. Let's see if anybody else lines up with you.
Okay. How many are there? Or is that part of your thing? Oh, there's a lot.
There's actually a lot.
There's like a page worth at least.
Some are redundant though. So, hold on. So, Duct Tape Guy 4187 18 years ago said, "Go to the Softer to Me lyric page for a great discussion."
Wow, just trying to crib
Did we do Softer to Me yet?
Yeah, we did.
We did. Oh, did we do song meanings? Because I want to know what the great discussion was.
Oh, man. I don't know.
I don't remember. Oh, man, that was another thing. Rocky said that he was listening from the beginning. I applaud people who listen from the beginning now and can keep with us.
Right.
Because, like, man, those first few episodes were a little rough to listen back to.
Yeah.
So, thank you. I hope you get this far.
They're not that bad. I recently quote-unquote remastered them.
You did. Okay. Kiki2054, 17 years ago, said, "This song kicks ass, but it's not as good as some of their others. It definitely shows the Christian in their style, though, which is a good thing because it's not this obvious in most of their other songs."
What? But it's very obvious in this song. He mentions Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't understand
No,
people.
I think she's saying that it's obvious in this song. It's not as obvious in other songs.
Oh.
But, like, if you look at 17 years ago, which albums were out at that point?
17 years ago would be 2003, so the first three first 3 years.
The first 3 albums, there was a lot of Christian stuff on there. So
Yeah.
which songs is Kiki listening to? That's my question. Kayla, 15 years ago, said, "I love this song. It's really self-explanatory."
Thanks.
She Is Legend 15 years ago said, "This song is painful to listen to. I'm glad that Thiessen changed his singing style from the one used in this song." X My Spaz 12 years ago said, "This is a good song. I think it means if you're gonna live for Jesus, don't participate in all the crap that you get tempted with."
Wait, repeat that?
This is a good song. I think it means if you're gonna live for Jesus, don't participate in all the crap that you get tempted with.
Yeah, that's basically what I was saying. It sounds like someone being in a group of friends that are jerks.
Yeah.
But the thing that I can't suss out from the lyrics as they exist is he's talking about, like,
Is he talking about himself, or is he talking about like,
maybe
others?
Because he's British, when he says we, he means the royal we, and he's just talking about himself.
He's talking about the jolly old Church of England.
Exactly.
And then there's 2 more comments, which are just like, what album is this on? Where can I find this song? And then someone responds with what it's on. Mm-hmm. And that concludes the deep dive for this week.
Well, I have a little deep dive.
Oh, do you?
Now,
okay.
There are 2 uploads of this song to YouTube. And one of them uploaded by Vertaz Forte.
It's just the album
7
cover,
years ago.
yeah?
It's just the album cover. And they have 3 comments. Jake King, 3 years ago, said, "I remember this." Cool, thank you. And then 2 years ago, Ben Tracy said, "That album cover, though, they sure have come a long way." Crying, laughing emoji.
I saw this.
And then Rock for Life 2 years ago said, "Pretty creative for a band that had no label at the time."
Sure.
I take umbrage with the idea that you couldn't be creative unless you have a label.
Yeah. And to be fair,
kind of flies in the face of all DIY bands.
The cover to this, if you haven't seen the cover to All Work No Play, not All Work No Playlist, All Work No Play,
right?
It's just this like very like MS Paint kind of cover.
I maintain, and I don't know this for certain, that these literally came out of a clip art presentation software on Windows 95. Like they had a CD-ROM. Peanut Butter Gamer, he does a series of YouTube videos where he just goes to a thrift store and buys whatever like random crap there is there, and usually a lot of times it's like random PC games. And in the last one he found like a PC software of like clip art. Like now you go on the internet and you go to multiple sites, or you go to Google Image.
Yeah.
But it used to be back in the day, like if you want to put a presentation together.
Right. My mom did like newsletter stuff, so she totally had those.
Yeah. Maybe we're teaching the young millennials and the Gen Z.
It was real difficult before the Google existed.
Right. You had to, if you wanted to put like a little image on a flyer you're making. What's a flyer? If you're putting a little image on like a newsletter, what's a newsletter? If you wanted if you wanted to make memes, what were essentially memes of the 90s, you needed sometimes you'd go buy a CD disc filled with images that you could use.
Remember Storybook Weaver? Man,
what?
Storybook Weaver was the greatest.
I never heard
You didn't play we had Storybook Weaver in school. It was so good. It was like you picked your little pictures, and they weren't clip art. They were like proper, clip art is proper illustrations, but they were like nicer illustrations, and you picked your background, and you picked like the props to put in the picture and the people to put in the picture, and then you wrote the little story underneath. It was wonderful. Absolutely magical. I should look up and see if somebody has like a mod, like a thing that I can download to play Storybook Weaver nowadays.
Okay. I heard most of what you said.
Anyways, this album is this very MS
clip
Paint
art,
blue.
MS Paint,
yeah,
but of a tractor
with a
on
tractor,
the front.
yeah.
And then like I think it's
intentional though. Is the thing is I think that like the goofy weirdness
when you look
of
at the
it
back
is totally
and the insert and
yeah.
the insert is not a booklet. It's just a one sheet cover in the CD. It's like supposed to look like it's supposed to look like a presentation type cheesy thing, because on the back it says punk rock for today's executive, and then it's this like clip art of a little executive man, and up here is this clip art of a stapler, and I even believe
the inside has like stock photos of like business people,
right? I even believe that the logo of the first demo album, where it's the word Relient, very similar font to the one that the Cooper font that we use for our podcast. That's kind of most well known from the from the third album.
Yeah, Two Lefts.
Yeah, from Two Lefts. It's called Cooper font. It's very similar to Cooper font, but it's a little like italic and like going in every direction.
It's got that, like that thing you can do in Word where you can make the...
Right, you kind of put it into a shape.
The title, yeah, the shape thing, yeah.
But I think this is part of that software. This is all just assumptions that I made. But
and then it's got this like little lightning bolt.
It's a lightning
like
bolt in an oval. But I imagine that whatever software they used to create this, like I think it was an actual like presentation and document software. It's like create covers for book presentations, create boards for speeches, and it probably actually had a design a CD case, and like they designed a CD case.
Yeah, no, totally.
Because I think the logo was probably like an app within the app itself.
And then I don't even know what the
add
K
these
is.
letters to the logo.
Yeah.
And the K is probably the K is a box, a white box with a big K in it. I imagine that there's one of these of every letter in the alphabet in this software.
Yeah, and they elongated it.
I don't really know this. Maybe we can email Alabaster Arts, or we can call them and ask, like, is Danny's theory here true?
Now, question: is their phone number 40295 Sadie by any chance?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. That's our phone number. Their phone number is 915-662-7400.
Well, can we email them at sadiehawkinspod@gmail.com?
No, we email them at ReliantK@alabaster.com. And if you're going to ask, do you go to Sadie Hawkins Pod on Instagram or Twitter? No, you have to go to ReliantK.com. I like how that's the only one that's still active to this day. So I was going to say, tying back into this song, but also tying into the artwork for the album, the thanks on the inside says thanks to, it doesn't say the word to, but it just says thanks, our loving Lord Jesus Christ.
Right on.
Mark Townsend, the K-Car Dancers. Interesting. Who's that? Then the next person they thank...
I think that's what the kids call a joke.
Maybe. But then the next thing they thank is girls.
Of course.
The next thing they thank is Plymouth for making the K-Car possible.
Yep, right on.
The next person they thank is Lady Lovely Locks, which seems like a nickname for someone.
Yep.
But we don't know who. The next thing they thank is the God Squad.
Now, this is just speculation, but I wonder if Lady Lovely Locks is Mark Lee Townsend's daughter, who was friends with the guys back then. And that's why he recorded.
Is that the person? Is that who Matt Hoops married, right?
Yes.
Because I don't
know if they were together at the time, but they were definitely friends at this point.
Well, Matt Hoops.
That's why Mark Lee Townsend did the demo.
I heard Matt Hoops admit he had a crush on his daughter, and that's why they worked with him. Like, that's what he said. I don't know if he was partially joking or fully serious or what. But he said that in an interview that I heard while doing podcast research. Again, I have never cared about what relationships or who is related to who.
Yeah,
and it's just something we kind of started
to
pick up because we're doing this podcast.
Saw it in an interview, stuff like that, yeah.
But when they thanked the God Squad, I was wondering, are those the skater kids that are at the mall making fun of people's clothes and drinking and hiding their insecurities? Is the God Squad their skateboard crew at the Canton Movies 4?
Perhaps. And are the girls that they discuss in Complex Infrastructure known as a Female Mind, according to Relient K?
Maybe.
The book?
Maybe. I think we figured something out. I hiccuped in the middle of that. So that's all. And then then they think 5'4", Scott, Erica, friends, family, and fans. Hey, that's us. They thanked us on this album.
Ooh, thank you, Relient K.
I like how at the end they just tossed in friends, family, and fans, just in case we forgot anybody. And if they goes like, hey, you didn't thank me in your demo, it's like, dude,
yeah, I did.
You're a friend. You're right there. So that's Be Rad. So I was partially thinking, like, do we just play the song again? So let's play a couple.
Okay.
Here's the song. Since we have no covers, here's the song.
Are you going to play the whole thing?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we could. It's only 2 minutes. Why don't we? I can't believe the title Be Rad is an ironic title. He's saying that they're not being
Have you ever
rad.
listened to Relient K before, Danny?
Oh, yeah, that's right, because when he's singing about faking his own suicide, he's actually singing about Jesus faking his own.
Well, since we're coming in under an hour again, I do have some extra stuff. So I've got some stuff that I had like socked away for later rainy days.
Right.
And I was just wondering, I found a couple quizzes. Would you be interested in quizzes?
Sure.
Some things that I had contemplated going over in like 17 magazine or something when we talk about quizzes and such. But the first one I have is just a Relient K quiz, a general Relient K quiz. I haven't taken it myself. That was the very first Google search result. And the second thing that I have here that I'm a little excited about is because, okay, so way back, and I don't even remember which episode I talked about it in, probably like the second or third, maybe fourth, I had found a quiz about which Relient K song are you.
Okay.
I cannot find that quiz again.
Oh, no.
I have searched and searched. I cannot find it again. And I got Wake Up Call, and I was super bummed out that I got Wake Up Call, and I'm really hoping that they only had songs from the self-titled, and that's why I got it, because getting Wake Up Call in and of itself is a wake-up call. So I was like, okay. And I looked back through my notes. I could not find the link for it.
Who are you, Matchbox 20?
What I did find was, which Relient K member are you?
Oh.
So, which of these quizzes are you interested in taking, Danny?
The first one got erased from my brain because of the second one. What was the first one?
Just a general Relient K quiz, of which there are many out there.
Yeah,
this
so
just
we
so
should do the
happens to
Relient
be,
K members.
Yeah, this just so happens to be the first one that came up. Okay, so which Relient K member are you? I'm excited. I'm hoping for Schneck, but I don't know. I don't even know which era they created this test in.
No, wait. So you want me to be John Schneck?
No, I want to be John Schneck.
Oh, you want to be John Schneck? So we should both pre-guess each other and ourselves.
Okay.
So you want to be John Schneck, and
Danny, we don't dive into their personal lives all that much, so I really don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know who each other is going to be.
I think you're going to be Ethan because you're a real roughneck. You're a real...
What?
You're one of those real pub brawlers.
You mean I'm multifaceted and I'm very talented and I can play all the instruments and do all the things?
Yes, exactly. I was more meaning like you're one of those real pub crawling, like gonna punch everyone and fight them. He's the hardcore guy.
That doesn't sound like me at all.
He's the ska punk guy. He's the oi guy.
Then I think that's gonna be you. All right, so we're gonna find out. All right, so Danny.
Yes.
You're going to prom. You ... are the life of the party and wear your pink tux. 2, hide in
play the bass. 3, play the drums. 4, play rhythm guitar and have pedals.
Hide in a dark corner and only come out when your best friend makes you. Mm-hmm. That sounds like you.
Maybe.
3, cling to the food table and talk to the chaperones. That sounds like me.
But that also sounds like me.
Take over the dance floor and astonish everyone with your dancing skills.
No.
Or try and be smooth and impress the ladies, but you fail miserably. So I'm going to guess that we're talking about the 5 score for getting not slow down, collapsible lung era of folks. Although no, because then there's Dave. So I don't know if it's Dave or Ethan that they're going for here. Because there's 5 possibilities.
What if it
and
turns out
also, who made this and how well do they know the members of Relient K? Because this is very specific.
Right. I think you're going to turn out to be Todd Frescone.
Fingers crossed. So, Danny, which of those are you?
Probably hang out by the food table.
Okay.
The stay in the
hide in a dark corner.
That was very similar to me, but then
Yeah.
I'd probably be, because
Here's the thing: when Danny and I go to a party, he and I like sit in a corner and just talk to each other, and then wait for others to approach us, and then we engage them once they approach us because we are both very shy.
Yeah. The thing is, in a prom situation, surrounded by people that I know, I wouldn't be that closed off. So I would, but I also wouldn't be out on the floor dancing. I would be by the food table.
I would be waiting for the boy I had a crush on to come and ask me to dance. That would be where I would be at.
Jessica.
Yeah?
Would you like to dance?
Yeah.
You've been waiting so long.
I have. I hope we can dance to Creed's with arms wide open.
What did I get myself into?
That was the first song I slow danced with a boy too, who I had a crush on at a friend's bar mitzvah.
I think you mentioned before.
I have mentioned it on this podcast
I want his name.
before.
I'm going to kick his ass.
So, it's a normal day at school, Danny. You are sitting in the front and always asking questions and bugging the teacher.
Sometimes.
2, are taking notes and quietly minding your own business.
Probably that.
3, are the teacher's pet. You hung around class after class ends and offer to help the teacher. That's me. 4, goofing around and not paying attention to the lesson, which upsets your teacher. You also forget there's homework most of the time and never turn it in.
Right.
5, sit in the corner furthest away from your teacher, go to sleep and hope they don't notice and wake you up. I feel like you're probably taking notes and quietly minding your own business. That feels like you.
Okay, hold on. Before we go any further, I need that website because we should be doing yours at the same time. We can use both our phones.
Okay.
So send me the site.
Okay.
Okay. So remember the first.
Same as you for the food table.
Okay.
2,
and your teacher's pet. You said that already.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're caught up.
Oops.
Uh-oh. Did you lose my place?
I did. Oh no.
That's okay.
Oh no.
Let's recreate
Oh
no. Let's recreate that.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
Your family is getting a new pet. You hope it is.
We're both going to say puppy.
We're both going to say puppy.
But the other options are... No, you're leaving. Go ahead, sorry.
A kitten. Cats are the perfect companions. They are so cute and quiet. 3, nothing in particular. You're excited to be getting a pet in the first place. 4, anything remotely exotic. You love the unrealistic idea of having a pet tiger or shark. 5.
Pet tigers are popular right now because of Netflix.
Oh, yeah. 5, a lizard. You've always thought lizards are cool and under the radar. Yeah, we're both going for the puppies.
Yep.
4, in your free time you like to. 1, spend time with friends. You absolutely love to hang with your friends.
6 feet apart.
2, well, you don't actually like doing this, but you usually do homework or study, but occasionally you read/take pictures or hang out with friends. 3, go outside, maybe ride your bike and go for a walk. 4, play video games and look up funny videos on YouTube. 5, well, you don't have anything specific in mind. You just do whatever you want depending on your mood that particular day.
Probably the last one.
Same.
Even...
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Thinking of myself in terms of high school and college... It could be any different one depending on the person I knew I was.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I'm likely to not play video games necessarily, but look up funny videos on YouTube. So I would have picked that one.
Right.
But what's true of me throughout all the years is that I just do whatever I feel like. I don't really plan.
Totally. So. As a teen, I would definitely write or make videos or
Right.
Usually I was making videos.
And I read a lot more at
same.
different times in my life than I do now.
Yeah.
So I picked...
And I liked being out and about and doing all sorts of stuff. Yes.
So what would you pick?
It depends on my mood. Because,
Oh, good.
Definitely a mood.
I found the back button anyway. Okay. So we're both that. We're both puppy and we're both depends on the mood.
It's Friday night. You decide to make plans with your friends and go out somewhere fun. 2, spend the evening on social media and editing photos. 3, curl up with a good book and maybe hit the hay a little earlier than normal. That sounds like Danny. 4,
Jump into the void?
I don't know what that means. 5, stay the night in having a movie marathon with your favorites are the nerdy yet popular ones such as Star Wars or Lord of the Rings.
Well, that first one sounded fine up until it said it had to be Star Wars or Lord of the Rings. I like all those movies, but I don't... Those aren't the movies.
Yeah, we like to hang out and listen to or watch bad movies or obscure movies.
Or regional movies that people upload to Amazon Prime.
Yeah. Or foreign films, yeah. It would be the last one, but
Also, I'm going to assume, I made a joke about this before, but I'm assuming all of these answers are in a non-COVID world. I'm just not letting that reality seep in.
So I guess I'm going to go with the last one, probably, Danny.
Okay, so I'm picking that for you. And then for me, I would probably pick the same thing, to be honest. Just ignoring this.
Not curl up with a good book and go to sleep earlier than usual.
If it's a week. No, they said Friday night.
It's a Friday night, yeah. But you often just decide to go to sleep early.
No, I stay up late on Fridays all the time.
All right.
Because on Fridays, I'm not worried about getting up the next day.
True. All right. So we're both going with 5. We're just going to end up being the same person. We've only answered question 2 differently. Your ideal vacation would be 1, at the beach. You would enjoy having fun in the sun, laying out by the pool and eating ice cream off the boardwalk. Ew.
The boardwalk? That's disgusting.
Gross. Talk about COVID. 2, the mountain/lake. It would be so calm and serene, and it would be nice to get away from the hustle and bustle of normal life. Plus, you can enjoy those nice mountain/lake views.
It's like a whole paragraph for each one of these.
But again, how well does this person who made this quiz know Relient K? How do they know how they like to vacation? I mean, okay, Hoops is pretty obvious because he posts his vacations all the time. But, like, the others, how do they know? How do they know? Is one going to be like Savannah? You like to go to Savannah? Like, 3, visiting a big city such as New York or Los Angeles. You think it would be so fun to sightsee city landmarks, explore museums, and end the day dining at a fancy/unique restaurant. 4, Disney World. It would be wonderful to see the world of Disney come to life right before.
Is this an ad? Oh my gosh. It would be wonderful to see the world of Disney come to life right before your eyes and experience firsthand the magic of Disney. Wow.
They took this right off an infomercial.
Yeah.
5, chilling at home. You just love being at home, so you would be perfectly happy staying where you are. That kind of sounds like Danny. But the thing is that we both love exploring. I don't know. I've been to all the places described in this.
I already picked mine, so I want you to pick yours before I tell you mine.
But it depends on my mood. Kind of like the other one.
Yeah, okay, you're going on a vacation. COVID has ended. All the lists, you can go anywhere you want. Where are we going? Our first trip. All the airline flights are just as cheap as they are right now, and we can go anywhere.
Oh, man. Well, we live in LA, so... Oh, again, this would change based on the time of my life right now.
Right now.
I'm stuck between 1 and 2 right now. I could easily go to the beach right now, though. I'm picking the second one, the mountain/lake. It would be so calm and serene, and it would be nice to get away from the hustle and bustle of normal life. Plus, you can enjoy those nice mountain/lake views. That sounds like a dream.
To the big city.
Oh, okay.
I want to see where they make that New York City salsa.
Okay. Question number 7. Your friends would describe you as cheerful, slightly immature, outgoing, shy/quiet, loyal, and awkward.
That's me.
That's me too. Considerate, kind, sweet.
That's also you.
Aww. Funny, confident, adventurous.
That's also you.
I'm not at all confident. Insightful, intelligent, gentle.
That's also you.
So what are you going with, Dan?
For me, I would probably say shy, quiet, loyal, awkward.
I'm going to pick the same thing.
Okay.
Should I be varying these? Should I be like going slightly different from
No, just be honest.
Out of these clothing items, you would choose a bright canary yellow. Now I'm confused as to when this quiz was made, actually, just because of this question.
Sounds like they're for free.
Yeah. A bright canary yellow rain jacket. You love the color. It's super lightweight, and it keeps the rain out, too.
They don't need all this commenting on what a raincoat is and what Disney World is. This is all. Some of these answers are too wordy. Where do you want to go on vacation? You want to stay at home because home is nice. You have your refrigerator there. Plus your couch. You can watch whatever you want on TV and go to bed when you feel like it. If you're on vacation, you don't have to go to work and you can go check out places that aren't open.
A red beanie. It helps you disguise a bad hair day and is super cute and keeps your head warm. Okay, so I'm going to say right now that if you answer most of these, the first one, you're teasing. If you answer these, the second one the most, you're hoops. And then I'm not sure about the rest.
Well, this third one is black skinny jeans. You know an outfit isn't complete without them.
That's literally all I wear,
They are comfortable enough
so
that you don't think you're going to die when you wear them. So who's known for black skinny jeans? Warren?
I don't know.
Cool sneaker. The next one. Cool sneakers that may or may not be Converse. You know these are the best sneakers ever, right? They are perfect for jumping around like banshees on stage. Also,
These
it's
could
what
be
a
worn,
if they were
too.
Chuck Taylors, it's what a rocker chick
Yeah,
from
I
the,
was thinking that.
from the complex infrastructure book.
That can be worn or snack, I guess.
Band tees. Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
3 usually very comfortable. Well, I have way more than 3.
Yeah.
Comfortable and soft. They remind you of the band you enjoy, and possibly you received one at a concert. Possibly.
Oh my gosh.
Which would remind you of how great or not the concert was.
We both
you
buy
would
a
have
tee at
purchased it
every single show we go to.
Right. But I didn't finish reading this one. Which you purchased at a merchandise table.
That's not on there.
More known as a merch table in the entertainment industry, specifically for bands. Or perhaps you bought it on a website, either from Amazon.com or directly from the band's merchandise company. Some bands sell their stuff directly from their own LLC,
So, Danny.
but other bands will have their record label or distribution company sell their products.
Okay, so you're going to go with band tee. I'm going to go with probably black skinny jeans.
Okay. I'll read the next one. You can only play one instrument. Oh, I know what yours would. Nope, yours isn't here. You pick the piano.
My original one is here, though.
You can basically play anything you want on one of those. They have black and white keys. Underneath there are pedals. You're not really sure what they do.
I'm not going to let you read these anymore.
The second one is the guitar. I love the guitar tones and the sound of the instruments.
Stop.
No, this is actually what the guitar says. You also love hearing songs that are played on the guitar and hope you to replicate yourself. Just say the piano, the guitar, or the drums. But now, out of completionist, I have to say the drums are the backbone of most songs, and you learn how to play them.
My answer is the drums. What's your answer, Danny?
The guitar.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Okay, who wants to say first what the other one got?
This is BS, and I'll tell you why this is
Oh.
BS. I already saw what I got, and I'll tell you why. Because yours says that you're Dave Douglas. Literally, because you clicked drums at the end, it said that you're Dave Douglas. That's what just happened.
Yeah, because I had a few different things. So Danny got John Schneck. Congratulations, Danny.
Thank you.
You are John Schneck. You are a very insight and intelligent person. Not insightful, insight. Who enjoys expanding their knowledge about the world. You will take any opportunity given to learn about something, even if the subject is not your niche. Trying new things and things you are not good at makes you very brave. You have a quiet side, and that's when you are incredibly focused on something. You enjoy a bit of humor and making people laugh. I would say that is 100% true of you, Danny.
Aww.
I love that you're John Schneck. That's awesome.
I'll have to DM John Schneck and say, hey man, you got to give me your login and password. I'm you. It's a real Black Mirror situation. That's a great idea for a Black Mirror.
That's awesome. I love that you got John Schneck. Oh boy, I can't wait to hear why I'm Dave Douglas.
I lost the Dave Douglas thing,
Oh,
so
no.
I've got a black skinny jeans and the drums. Okay, I got it back.
Is Dave Douglas known for his black skinny jeans?
I don't know. You are Dave Douglas.
Where's the cover of Anatomy of the Tongue-in-Cheek?
I don't think it's on the table. You'll have to go get it. But first, I'll read you.
Okay.
You are Dave Douglas. You are also quiet. Well, we also have, I just realized we have these computers in our hands that can where we can look up the cover. You are Dave Douglas. You are also a quiet person like Matt Hoops.
Okay.
But when with the right group of people, you become a different person.
That's true.
You feed off the energy of the group and rise to be the center of attention. You are very kind and compassionate.
Aw, thank you.
And you enjoy taking care of others and making sure no one is left out.
I do.
You love to think deeply and are also highly creative like Matt Hoops. So why does the Dave Douglas one mention Matt Hoops twice? This is like
This is secondary Matt Hoops. You're a Matt Hoops 2.0.
This is like a Chinese restaurant Zodiac placemat where it's like it is like
You have made this comparison before.
I have. That's right, I did.
Was that it?
That was it.
Nice. I'm happy with both our answers. I don't think you could get a wrong option on this.
Before I move on though, I want to so you said cling to the food table and chaperones. You're the teacher's pet. You want a puppy. I'm going through yours quickly and trying to create all the same ones. You have nothing specific in mind to do with your free time. It's Friday night. You decide to watch movies. Your ideal vacation is the mountain. That's what you said, right? You are shy and loyal. You wear black skinny jeans. We're almost there. And you play the guitar. No, this is what I'm switching. Matt Hoops. You're now Matt Hoops.
Nice. Okay.
You are Matt Hoops. You are shy, yet responsible person who most people extremely like. You prefer listening to music, taking photographs, editing things on the computer.
I do both of those things.
Editing is also spelled oddly wrong.
Okay.
Editing. Then hanging out with people. You are a bit socially awkward and
so
don't
this
feel
is a
the
recent
need to
quiz.
fit in with anything. Yeah. You cherish alone time, and even though you are highly creative and is always creating something, you do get lonely and tend to overthink things.
True. Interesting. Okay.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So, one more time through. Cling to food table.
No.
Teacher's pet. I'm going to become a master at this. Puppy. Nothing specific with your free time. Watch movies. I like when it said, what do you do on your free time? Curl up and die. That would have been one to say. You go to the mountains and
We should make a really weird, bad, amazing quiz, Danny. That would be awesome.
You're still okay.
Even if you answer piano, you're still Hoops.
You're still not Hoops. Okay.
So this is from, if you want to take this quiz yourself, and we'll post this on social media so you can, and let us know who you get. This is from a website called quotev.com, quotive.com/quiz/ and then the like.
It's the word quote, the letter v.com.
And then a lot of letters.
Oh. We'll have to post it on our...
Yeah. So we'll put this across the socials so you guys can...
Oh, yeah, this is not easy to find. I'm still going to read it. It's /8//quiz/8990465/which-relient-k-member-r- you. Oh my God, Jessica sneezed.
Sorry.
That's a horrible April Fool's joke, Jessica, to be sneezing at a time like this.
Sorry. Oh man, K-pop Maramba has over 5,000 K-pop artists for you to listen to. Awesome.
Targeted ads. They know what Jessica likes.
Oh, I'm sorry. 95 plus K-pop artists. Are those K-pop artists that are over the age of 95?
That's exactly what.
Or... Nice.
Please keep your K-pop artists over the age of 95 at home. So, that is our What Relient K Member Are You podcast.
That was pretty rad.
Send us your results. We will, like I said, post this on the Twitter. I guess we can't post on Instagram because you can't really post links.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I realized that as I was saying. I was like, oh.
I guess I could put it in the bio link, or you could DM me if you only have... DM the show if you only have Instagram.
Yeah.
And that's the podcast. So everyone, be rad. Don't be making fun of everyone's clothes. If you have insecurities, don't
make fun of people's masks.
Yeah.
It's smart to wear masks and gloves out, so don't mask shame. Don't make fun of people's
Even though I've literally seen two completely conflicting Twitter moments where one thing is like, don't wear masks unless you're actually sick. But then the other one was like, everyone should be wearing masks.
I mean, my aunt, who's been a nurse for 40 some years, sent me a thing that said that you should be wearing gloves and masks out and about because it can cut down your chances in half or something like that.
If you have actual clinical masks that you could be donating to a hospital, sure, do that.
Absolutely. But if you're wearing a scarf, or if you're a raver and you have the ones like we ended up getting because they were the only ones left.
We got those raver Antifa masks that you pull. It's I never had actually worn one. It's like a sock with a hole at each end that you pull over your head. Well, the one that we bought for me is way too tight for my head, so it's constricting the blood flow.
It's a one size fits all.
If anything, it just stops you from touching your face. Come on, you can wear a mask.
Yeah.
Trends sometimes slowly come to Western countries from Asian countries. The term cosplay, I don't know if you know this. I'm not even kidding. This is not a joke. The phrase cosplay comes from Japan. It became a mainstream concept here in America because of anime. And then other fandoms just used the word cosplay. And now the word cosplay is ubiquitous in America for costuming. Well, wearing a mask in public and no one looking at you twice, that was perfectly acceptable in Asian countries and was seen as really weird here. But now it's going to be perfectly fine here.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a real weeaboo.
So stay safe, stay healthy.
And call 402-95-SADIE if you have a voicemail to let us know if you're listening to the podcast from the beginning or just pick your favorite song that we've done.
You can email us at sadiehawkinspod@gmail.com or hit us up on Instagram or Twitter at sadiehawkinspod. And thank you for listening. I feel like I said Sadie Hawkins funny. I said like Hawkins.
Well, I would make fun of you for how you pronounced Hawkins, but then that wouldn't be rad. Be rad. Be rad. Be rad. Be rad. Be rad.